All right, guys, good morning. It is Saturday, the 24th, no, the 25th actually. So we have a refeed day today because I updated Kuba yesterday with my pictures and weight and how I was feeling. My sleep has been dipping a bit. It's trending downwards actually from beginning to today, from beginning of the week to today. So that's something that last night was eventually the biggest drop in sleep. I had just about 6 hours this night, so did not sleep as well as I wanted to. But yesterday after the check-in, Kuba said to me that we would run a high day today. So that's what we're gonna do. And my body weight this morning was actually the best start what I could have imagined for the high day, because my body weight was 91.9. So that's half a kilo drop overnight again, which means that, let me check my tracker, that I have dropped about, let's see here. At the beginning of the week I was 93.3 and now at Saturday 91.9, which means I dropped up substantial amount of body weight. Let's just say that. Yesterday was 92.5, the day before 92.4, 92.8 on Wednesday. So the trend downwards is big and I can definitely feel it on my body as well. Sleep suffers a bit, energy goes down, hunger kicks up, but overall it's all manageable, but just have to do the work you gotta do. But still, the drop was nicely. I would actually want to push on to drop off even more body fat, but I have to agree with Kuba that when we are seeing big drops and when performance will start to shift downwards, we definitely would be better off running a high day. And to be fair, I have run maybe one high day every week for the last 2-3 weeks, maybe 1 week in between. And every time afterwards I drop even harder. So my metabolism picks up, my energy kicks up again, so I have more energy available to train, more ability to hold up to the performance in the gym, and overall I just feel way better throughout prep when we do those high days. Now on the high days, what is a normal occurrence is that you are very, very hungry. You're eating a lot of foods, but also again you are getting more hungry because of it, because your body just simply sucks it all up and gives you more hunger signaling after you have some more. So today will probably be a decent day, not too rough because the food amounts are actually pretty high, but still I will definitely feel more hunger today than I was having yesterday, which is all due to the extra food. So if you're having a high day and you're feeling that, just be aware that it is the thing that comes with the high day, and the day afterwards as well will definitely feel rough. And now tomorrow is a rest day, so that's a double rough day. Calories on a rest day are 2,500 right now, somewhere around that. Which means that from the high day today, I will work out the macros, so I show you guys at the end of this video. But from the high day today, probably somewhere around 4,500 calories. We will drop back down to the 2,500, and that's something I will feel for sure. But it's something that comes with prep, and we gotta accept it. Just acceptance is the best thing you can do when you're in prep and when you're experiencing hunger or anything like that, because it's simply what you chose for. And if you choose to do the competition or to do a hard diet phase for a photo shoot, for example, make sure that those goals are in your mind and that the things you are doing are a free choice. If you think when your coach drops your calories that he's trying to fuck you or that he's trying to give you a hard time, then you're definitely wrong. Because your coach always will make sure that you reach those goals that you have set for yourself, and he will simply push you towards the best shape of your life, because that's his job. He does not really think about, well, he does think about what you're feeling, but he doesn't want to put you on stage with a bad shape. He wants to get you in your best shape as possible, and it's not about punishing you or anything like that. It's all about reaching those goals that you have set for yourself. So if you have set some goals for yourself, think about them when you're hungry. Think about the things that you need to do, and that the things that you need to do are actually of a free choice, which you want to do. So don't make it I must, but make it I want. Now, I'm preparing my first bits of the meal for later on, because that's always what we have to do. I'm not gonna do any steps today, so that's a relaxing morning. So I can enjoy some more relaxation time, have some more work time as well, without the breaks in between for all those steps. I am enjoying my very nice cup of coffee from my Milan coffee cup from the Starbucks roastery store. And that hits always best in the morning. First thing in the morning, 1 cup of espresso. It's just on a next level. I love this. So, I don't know if any of you guys are coffee addicts or coffee enthusiasts, but we get our coffee from the Little Roastery, which is a roastery for specialty coffees and good coffees that they roast pretty much all week. And when you order a bag, it will come in with the roastery date. And we just received our new beans, which are simply 1 week old, not even. So the most fresh beans as possible, and that tastes best. Now we don't have a barista machine just yet. We will probably get one when we get living in our new home. But for now we're doing with the DeLonghi coffee maker, which has actually disposable bean hoppers. So when we take off the hopper, we can put in the decaf coffee, and in the morning I swap it back to the normal regular coffee, so we can have coffee all day, because we are coffee addicts. So that's we like our coffees. When we go to Italy, we always drink a cup of coffee in the morning on a nice terrace. It's just a thing that we both enjoy very much, the taste and also the conversation with it when we are nicely somewhere, or just simply in the morning together. Now I'm gonna round this up. I am also making my creamies for later today, for tonight and tomorrow night. And then I'm gonna do some other bits, work a bit. Frederick will be up in, I think, half an hour, so I can get some work done already. She has to do some cardio, then I'm gonna do my breakfast. And I'll show you guys all the meals of today. Now at the end of this video I will work out the calories and the total meal plan for today, so you guys see what I've ate. But every meal will be shown, so just stay tuned for those meals, and let's get cracking with the day. Okay, breakfast time. It is 6 o'clock right now, 6:30 already. Damn, time flies when you're having fun. And the first meal consists of 150 grams of dry weight rice, 225 egg whites, 1 whole egg, 50 grams of paprika or bell pepper, 100 grams of strawberries, my morning subs, and my morning drink, which contains creatine, glutamine and greens with apple cider vinegar and lemon juice. So damn, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna have, and then I'm gonna enjoy this with a nice little podcast, of course. Oh yeah, and there is 5 grams of pistachio butter on it as well. And then I'm gonna enjoy the podcast. Unwrapped podcast, one of my go-tos, which dropped a new episode yesterday, so that's great for right now whilst I'm eating my breakfast and enjoying this. What I did with my eggs is I scrambled them up through half of the rice, so I have rice eggs with some loose white rice on the side, because I like the white rice but I also like the combo, so I had the bigger portion with it, so I thought let's just split it up and make it into a nice combo meal. Time to enjoy this and then go on with work. Check-ins on the menu. I think I have 6 check-ins right now. got to do some editing, and then I think I will go for a walk as well, because I do have low steps today. I should not really walk too much, but my routine is always having a morning walk outside, and that morning walk just gets me started for the day, gives me a clear headspace, some fresh air, also nice in the morning, and just a great start of the day. So I will definitely do that, and then it's time for work. All right, it is time for meal number 2. It is 8:30, which means time for the next meal. I am eating a little earlier today because I am training a little earlier today, and with the amount of foods, it's necessary to have everything on point with the timing. So I've got 300 grams of potato, 175 grams of chicken, 50 grams of veg, and 100 grams of apple. And I'm going to show you the meal. This is what it looks like. Nice basic with some sriracha garlic. Time to enjoy this one and then crack on with the next part of the check-ins. Oh yeah, and with every meal I eat right now, I do have 1 cap of Train by JP magnesium. So I get my magnesium targets in for the day. Just 1 cap with every meal. At night it's in my dream sleep, so I have it fully. So that's my daily target for the magnesium done. Helps me with sleep at night, with the magnesium needs there. It's also in my dream sleep, which I have at night. So there is no extra. I'm gonna enjoy this, and then it's time to move on. Okay, so next block of work done. Now it's time for the amazing pre-workout meal, which consists of 150 grams of jasmine rice, uncooked weight, then 150 grams of chicken with 50 grams of veggies again, my green beans and my carrots, which I normally have in 2 meals, and then the addition of 30 grams of honey, and I have 100 grams of blueberries as well. Now, this is nice. Big bowl of food. I'm gonna really enjoy this because what I already said, I'm getting more hungry when I'm fed up, and I am definitely starving right now. So this is gonna go in like a treat. Then it's time to relax a little bit before the upcoming leg session, and then post-workout, etc, etc. But first, the meal. Yum. Okay guys, that is my leg session wrapped up. Still shaking a bit, still very much shaken, but it was an amazing session. So I trained with my buddy Mike, and whenever we train together, because we've trained a long time together, we are definitely worked in on each other. We can smash it so fucking hard that it's not even fun anymore afterwards, because the legs are completely destroyed. But it was actually very nice, because in prep, some sessions, for me especially the leg session, really get heavy. I really get a drag sometimes. So having to switch up with a training partner which I can trust, which I can fully rely on, makes it a lot easier. So very happy to have this, and very happy to be able to train with my buddy. Now, what we did today was the laying leg curl again. It is the leg session B. So laying leg curl, 3 sets. I did 2 sets of leg extensions, 2 sets of leg press, 1 set of pendulum squat, which actually felt really nice today. Then we did calf raises, and then it was done. And beforehand we did biceps as well, 3 sets. So total volume of the session was not high, not low, just moderate volume, but very much enough to make my legs pretty destroyed. So accuracy of training makes it that the sets I have to do are a little less than when I started. When I started, I think I did double the volume as what I did right now, and I was not nearly as close to failure as I'm doing right now. So big steps in training makes it that I can do less sets, but overall the time it takes is just the same, because the recovery between sets is a little bit longer. So I'm going to assemble my post-workout meal. Then I'm going to show you guys what I've got because this one is also very big again. Because normally I have 110 grams of cream of rice with 40 whey and 150 berries, but the cream of rice got up to 150, so I have the big bowl, again the big off-season bowl for my refeed days now. Then afterwards, when I drive home, I think I have half an hour of drive if traffic does not get any worse, I have my Pepsi again, so that's another treat to enjoy on the way home. Also, what I did pick up, which I'm not even sure if I'm gonna try, but in prep you're gonna buy stuff which you probably will never use or drink, so I'm not a Monster guy because it's really not that good for digestion, but the Ultra Wild Passion, it's a purple one. I might try it. If I try it, I will show you guys. I will probably not drink the whole can because caffeine content is pretty high, I think. But I will probably share it with Frederic so we can both try it. Have some different flavors right now. I don't know about you guys, but even if you're in prep, you're pretty much likely to buy more shit you're not gonna use or not gonna drink. I'm very much that guy. I like shopping now online, which is something I have to forbid myself to not give too much money away to stupid stuff. So reminder for myself daily, do not scroll on Amazon because it's useless. What I picked up yesterday was a random potato press to make fries. So my prep meal is going to be fries tomorrow from just normal regular potatoes, but just a handy tool for it. It was in the sale, which made it that I could buy it in my head. And afterwards I was thinking, yeah, I just have a good knife so I can slice it up myself. But it's 17 euros, so was not that big of a deal, but still useless stuff. Maybe not, maybe it's my greatest buying of all time, but we will see, and I will test it out tomorrow. So I'm gonna assemble the meal and I'm gonna show you what I've got. All right, meal assembled. I always have my frozen berries in my Yeti Rambler cup, so they are still cold, what I love. Then I have my 40 grams of whey and my 150 grams of cream of rice. Now, time to enjoy this meal with a little podcast on. I'm watching the Fuad Abiyat podcast again with James Hollingshead and with Ian, and I think Akeem is on it as well. So something to relax, enjoy and watch. And then I'm gonna drive home. See you guys when I'm back at home, showing the rest of the meals. And today will just be mostly all the meals of today and the update Kuba will give me tomorrow, because he told me to update him again tomorrow, of course, as well after the high day. So we will see my pictures. I do know that I have lower steps tomorrow, but the rest of the diet will still remain unknown until he has my plans. So for now, let's eat. All right, good afternoon. Let's pause this.
Right.
All right, so next meal number 5, which is my last savory meal of the day and one of my favorites again, as always. So I have my rice with beef, and my rice was 75 on my training days, and now it is 125, so 50 grams of increase. For the rest, it's still the same, 175 grams of beef, this for the thumbnail, 50 grams of butterscotch or pumpkin, as they also say, and I have got 100 grams of kiwi. So I am going to enjoy this meal very nice and very slowly. I am hungry, as I expected this morning. The hunger kicks up. Meals are looking like they are falling through me at the moment, so that's a good thing. Digestion is on point, everything is running smoothly. Energy wise, I'm pretty held up right now. I'm feeling good. I had the good training session and I still feel a little bit sore in my legs, obviously. But for the rest of that, my energy is pretty well. So happy days today. I'm very excited. Now, on for the meal and let's eat.
Is Rafa going to have the muscle volume to compete?
Well, I think Rafa ends up having the same problem that Curzo has, is that he's great from the front, but not as great from the back.
Yeah, but all those guys are going to be harder than him, I think. So that's the thing, is that their condition's going to be...
All right, so I was just sipping on my water after my meal, and I was thinking about some issues that I had with a client of mine, which were digestive issues. Now, digestive health is a big topic right now. Everyone talks about it, everyone thinks about it, and everyone has his opinions about it. But what I often see with clients is that the most important thing for digestion is simply the lifestyle factors that you are having while you're eating your meal. For example, chewing, for example, drinking too much water around your meals. What I often see is that guys note that they have some distension or bad stools. And when I look back at what they are doing, they're actually not really eating the meal, but they're just chugging it in and shoving it in as quickly as possible and then moving on with their day. So what I always suggest to them is that they chew on their meals really thoroughly, actually. So the meal is like applesauce when you swallow it, because the most of the digestion begins in the mouth and in the stomach, and after it is through the stomach, there is no real digestion anymore, and it's simply the uptake of everything that you've eaten, from the vitamins, minerals to the nutrients. So whenever you eat and don't really chew enough, you will find that your gut will be a little bit more extended, and that you really have a big problem with the digestion itself, which starts in the mouth by chewing. The actually saliva will already work its thing on your food, and when you swallow it, then it goes to the stomach, and there the stomach acid will break it down further. And what you can imagine is, if you swallow whole pieces of meat, whole pieces of meat have a small surface to work on by the bacteria, a small surface to work on by the acids in your stomach. So if you chew it thoroughly and you have more surface area of that food, there's more space to work on for that stomach acid, and it will digest easier. Then it passes through to the bowel, then it passes through. When it's through the stomach, it's all nutrient uptake, maybe a little bit of breaking down further, but not too much, because that's the most important thing has already happened there. So eat your food well, chew well, eat relaxed, and don't drink too much water with the meal or around the meals, because if you drink a liter of water with your meal, you will really thin out that stomach acid, and that stomach acid won't be as potent as when you did not drink that much water and did not thin out that acid. So main rules for my clients: chewing your food, take your time for your meals. If you have eaten a big meal in 5 minutes, think about really eating 15 minutes at least by chewing longer, and really making sure that the digestion is on point. Now it's time for the next thing, which will be relaxation, because after this meal I really came down in energy already. So I feel it. I feel the leg day. I feel myself getting worse by the minute. So time to relax a little bit on the couch, wind down. Frederique is away this evening. She is at a show for a client, which is a natural girl, a natural show where she is competing for a first place, of course, but we will see what the outcome will be. I just texted her. She says they are waiting right now, so they have to relax as well. Take the time to really enjoy the moment, relax, and make sure that when they are there, they will kill it on the stage. So quite excited to hear what she will do this evening. But yeah, that's the clients. Next week we have 2 more clients competing on the Siggies. That will also be a nice competition to be at. A very, very big expo with it, and a very large come up with athletes. So it's the competition I stood up last year, where I got second in my class. So really nice to be back there for next weekend. We'll be there 2 days. Then 3 weeks afterwards there is Luxembourg, where we also have a client. So busy weeks, fun weeks, very exciting weeks for the team and for everyone competing as well. So also for everyone else who is competing there, if you're watching this, good luck on your show. Make the best of it and try to enjoy the moment, because the time on stage is quickly over, but the time towards the stage is a long one. So if you enjoy that part already and you make the best of it, you will definitely have more enjoyment afterwards as well, to look back on a very productive and very fun prep, where you did suffer, of course, but you managed it. And the feeling of managing a prep, the feeling of killing it, and being done with it afterwards, knowing that you've done everything that you could, is one of the best feelings there is. So take that in mind, enjoy it, have fun, and make the best of it. Now, I'm gonna go further, and I will see you guys with my last meal later, which is my cream of rice with my creamy. All right, guys, good evening. So, as you can see, I've got my blue light blocking glasses on, which means it is nighttime. It's time to relax and wind down before bed. So, I'm gonna take my evening subs, which are my health subs, my dream sleep, my melatonin, some omegas, everything I have at night. So, if any of you have ever problems with swallowing, with swallowing your pills, never throw your head back. Well, I do that because I like to throw them around in my mouth. But if you turn your head forward, it's way easier to swallow all the pills at the same time, which makes it an easier time for you to get everything down. Now, I also have a nighttime drink, which consists of glycine, which is this one from Now Foods, and it consists 3 grams of baking soda. And Cuba actually mentioned it to me to alkalize the gut a bit, so when I go to bed, my water output at night, my peeing, will go down. So that's what I'm trying now for a few days. Not really sure if it's helping, but I will still try it because he said so. And I'm gonna experience if it really works. I'm not really sure right now just yet. Now it looks blue. That's also because I have a little bit of creatine in it with flavor to get it all down. And some extra creatine in the day will never be a bad thing, because the stuff tastes not that great. So it's not the best, but this makes it do. That's all. All right. Now I'm gonna cook up my cream of rice. I should have put this on already. Today I'm going for maple syrup, and my whey is the Invexis cookies and cream. And this meal consists of 125 grams of cream of rice. I have a creamy where I have 25 grams of whey in it with some extra cacao powder. I have 15 grams of the whey from Invexis. Then I have 20 grams of dark chocolate, and normally I don't do 20 grams, but with the higher portion of cream of rice, I really fancy the chocolate because I just like it way better on my cream of rice with my berries. Now, normally I would have 10 grams of almond butter and 10 grams of chocolate, because the chocolate does contain some caffeine, but I'll take it for now. It's I like it and I want it right now, so that's why. This will go in the creamy maker. I always run down some hot water over the outside of the tub to make the wall a little bit softer, because if I don't, I always get hard pieces of ice on the outside of the creamy. Then after this, I will spin it once with the ice cream function, and then I throw in a fair amount of water with it. Then I do it again with the respin, and if you have any additives, you can add them later then, or respin it again if it's still too thick for you. So this will be put in, and I'll be back with you in a second, because this makes a lot of noise. Alright, so when the first spin is done, it probably looks like this. Then you just drop in a fair amount of water. It can go back in. Alright, so now the big reveal of the creamy. Let's open it up. There we have it. Awesome. So here we'll add a little bit of cinnamon. Yes, I have the sweet cinnamon because I do like the taste better. The other one, the Ceylon, is actually better for overall health, and this could give a little inflammation, but this tastes way better. So for now, I don't really give a fuck about that. And my health is actually pretty good. My insulin sensitivity is good, which is something that will help with the Ceylon cinnamon if you take it, but no need for me right now. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to add my berries in this cup, which will keep them cold when I'm eating my ice cream. Then I do add a little bit of Arabica sauce to my ice cream and some of the fresh berries. And the rest of the berries will go over the cream of rice. So this full meal consists of 125 cream of rice, 20 grams of dark chocolate or almond butter, or a combination, 150 berries, and 40 grams of whey isolate. That's it. And that will round up this part of the vlog. Probably will show you guys the update of tomorrow morning, which I will send over to Cuba as well. So you guys know what this did to me today. And then probably will end the vlog over there tomorrow, as I have my birthday of my dad on the planning. So I won't take you guys over that way. So that's the afternoon occupation. Check-ins in the morning, obviously. So fun, busy day, but that's how we like it. So have a good day, have a good evening, and we will see each other tomorrow morning. All right, guys, so it is Monday morning. I did not film yesterday. Good job. Well, we had the refeed on Saturday, and then the Sunday was my rest day after the refeed, and I was so wrecked on Sunday. I had 6 hours of sleep, which is not, well, it's way less than I should have had. Combine that with the leg session I had on Saturday, which was immense. I was fucking wrecked. But I did take my check-in pictures for Cuba, of course, which I'm going to show you guys on the screen over here and here. And the look was amazing. It was better, just a little bit filled out. The weight came up to 92.5. So an increase of 0.6 kgs overnight with the refeed. Then this morning I weighed in exactly at 93.0. So that's another half kilo up from yesterday. Now we did reduce steps on yesterday and the day before, of course. Yesterday I managed to stay under the 6,000 steps, which was pretty amazing for me. I did actually do nothing outside of my job, just sitting here in the chair and laying on the couch for an extra nap, which actually improved my sleep scores with 6 points. So that was a great nap, but it did not really take it all the way. So last night I really slept very well. I got up at 4 this morning, which is 1.5 hours later than yesterday, and I slept for 7 full hours, which was great. I had my deep sleep, I had my REM sleep, and I felt amazing when I woke up. So, feeling good right now. And so I am picking up the camera now, and I'm gonna end the clip here also as well for the last video, because the full day of eating is a separate one. I will film the next video after this for this day, tomorrow, and maybe for Wednesday or Thursday. I'm gonna look what's the planning on that. But yes, guys, this is the reality of prep. Sleep gets less, energy gets less, and sometimes it's just better to not do anything but relax for a day. So with my job, it's a good thing that I can sit down and do my thinking work, but not move too much. So that's the thing that adds for my recovery, for my well-being, for my body. Mentally, it's still very rough, but yeah, can't complain because I have the dream job. So whenever you guys are liking this video, please leave a like then. And for the rest, I see you guys next time in the next video, where I'm not really sure what I'm going to discuss yet, but it will be a good one. Have a good day and see you guys next time.